So I'm totally screwed because you're God and I'm me. So if anyone's wrong here, it's me. And I don't have a solution. I went through different stages, whether it was pornography or whether it was multiple partners, whatever it was, number one, me trying to fill a void that can only be filled by God. But also, like, I had times where, so I was born, raised in the church, and then just sort of went off the rails. But I never, like, denounced God. I always felt like I'm coming back. So I think I always felt like conviction, right? Mm-hmm. Sort of loving conviction. So I could relate to that, just being like, I'm a total fraud. God must not be in me. If God was in me, I wouldn't be doing this stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm totally doing something wrong. And I spent years like that. But you know what? I also went through a time that I'm so grateful that I'm forgiven for this. But I can literally, like, just remember this feeling of, you know what? I really don't care if this bothers you or not. I don't care. Wow. This is what I'm doing. You're not there for me, so I'm doing this, and I don't care. I can't even. So I say, you know, God is not a fair God. Mm-hmm. He is definitely not a fair God, because if he was fair, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. And it really is, like, I think about his love and his patience and his grace. But just to be so rebellious, and that's when I go back, like, to the Israelites, you know, just complaining and finding an idol somewhere else, something else to worship. So I went through the part of, I'm a Christian, I shouldn't be doing this, and then I also went through I don't even care anymore. And you created women, and this is a natural thing. This is impossible. Like, who can turn these things down? And then I think I just started getting upset with God because he wasn't doing what I wanted him to do. So therefore, screw you. Mm-hmm. And thank God, like, he didn't answer that.
Hey guys, if this conversation is impacting you or a guy around you and you want to partner with us in our mission to change a culture one man at a time, you can go to menofiron.org/donate. Again, that's menofiron.org/donate. Let's get back to the conversation. It's interesting because I have had similar, but again, on the other side, like, for me, it was, there were times where I was going, God, I want to be disciplined. Mm-hmm. Like, where are you? If this is your standard, I know it's not right. I'm trying to fight it. You're not healing me. Yeah. Why aren't you healing me? So I went that route. But then, God, you need to step in. Like, I need something to shake me out of this. Where are you in this? You're not responding to, and actually, again, same thing. Thank the Lord. He is not fair, because what I deserved, because to have full knowledge, like, of where I should be and not be, and the things I shouldn't be doing, fair would have been, I'm glad he was not coming down on me like I was even asking him at times to do. Because, again, I don't know where either one of us we would not be sitting here.
Right. Yeah. Probably in this whole podcast, the one thing that I would share that was most impactful for me, that I really do believe is something that God wants me to share with other men, is, so I got to this point, and I could remember, this was many years ago, and I was in my room by myself, and I was, in a place where I was acting out with other women and drinking and all different things, right? And I was having a really great time until I wasn't. And all of a sudden, these things that were bringing me satisfaction, although temporary, if I kept going, temporary is okay because I can just keep it going. One day it all stopped. And I couldn't find the satisfaction in those things anymore. So I had a real heart-to-heart with God, and I was in my room, and I said, hey, look, this is how I feel. I feel like I'm a boxer in the middle of the ring, completely laid out on my back. I can't get up. I know this. I cannot physically move. And then I said, sort of rebelliously, like, and you won't help me up. So I'm totally screwed because you're God and I'm me. So if anyone's wrong here, it's me. And I don't have a solution, and you won't give me one. So what the heck am I supposed to do with this? And in a very loving way, and I'll always, say it wasn't an audible voice, but it was a very clear voice that I'm understanding more now, but said, hey, look, meet with me. And I said, I am meeting with you. No. Give me something to show me that you're serious. And I don't want that to sound legalistic because it was done in such a loving way. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fine, what do you want? Wake up early tomorrow morning and spend time with me. Now, at that point, you could have taken a lot of things from me, but sleep was the most important thing. It's where I hid. It was my self-medication of just like, I was probably depressed and didn't realize it, but sleep hid it all. And so I was like, oh my gosh, let me fast food or something, just not sleep. And he knew what he was doing. And so looking back now, I'll jump back in there, but looking back now, I get it. My entire life, and partially some of this comes from growing up in New York. It's like, I'm not blaming it on New York, but like when you are in the neighborhood of New York and you're out and you just see, you sort of develop some type of like hustle mentality. And my parents, I love them to death, but it was more like, hey, like go out and make sure you're home for dinner. Mm-hmm. And whatever happens out there, happens out there. And that was when I was first introduced to pornography on a rooftop of a garage once, when magazines were a thing, and that was it. And but throughout my life, I was always like, I want the quick fix. I want the quick money. I want the quick happiness. And part of it was good because I'm an entrepreneur, but part of it is not good because I didn't want to really earn anything. So I see this now as this is something that God was trying to break. So the whole thing about getting up in the morning, so I heard that, and this is what I said. I said, okay, I'm going to get up really early tomorrow morning. I'll get up at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Wow, 8?
Yeah, 8 a.m., okay? And I am going to go downstairs, and I'm going to spend time with you. You won't show up, and I'm going back to sleep. Just want to let you know how it's going to go. And I just felt this, no problem. See you tomorrow. So I did. The next day, woke up, went downstairs. 2.5 hours later, in tears, just something completely changed. And I really feel that just like any relationship, with family, your wife, your friends, anything, you put time into, right? Mm-hmm. And that's really what he was asking me. Like, I'm not going to snap my fingers and make us best friends. Like, come after me. Seek and you shall find, right? It's right there in the Bible. I'm told you what to do. But you just I want to be saved now, so save me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. Just do it. And we know that salvation is free, but working out your salvation might be a whole another story. So this is not legalistic. This is not works. This is spiritual discipline. This was the beginning of spiritual discipline for me. So from that moment, 8 o'clock, early in that morning, it was something I continued. And to show all credit to God, this is something that I do now, and it's 4:45 every morning. And I can't wait. And I can't do without it. Like, I literally cannot.
Thanks for listening to the Men of Iron podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. At Men of Iron, we exist to change a culture one man at a time, and we'd love to have you partner with us. So go to menofiron.org to see how you can get involved, or donate at menofiron.org/donate.